Welcome to hole number one of this black hole 9-hole cup. Playing here, par 4, Sequoia Creek. Now, I'm checking out the left side. It's certainly a viable option with longer drivers and bigger balls. However, I decided to opt here to play on the right-hand side, especially with this nice wind angle pointing there from left to right. I give it 4.5 top, 1 left. As you can see, not really going all out with the clubs on these examples here. I've got my extra ball 5, just a Marlin ball. So the whole aim here is just to roll over this little creek and get it as far down the fairway as you can. Now, I know I could probably play a big topper here, but by this point in the tournament, I was sort of at the point where I knew if I kind of found my distance with the drive, that I would have a nice long iron down to the green. Now, there's actually a decent little rough bump right beside the green here. You could play backspin shot, whatever works for you. But I like this one here with 0 spin. I got a mid-distance backbone. You could definitely bring your Goliath or whatever other long iron you choose. And I actually played this one, like I said, with no spin. I got that ball guide right to the pin. Depending on the wind, you always want to look at the wind. You got the top of that yellow ring just touching or just about touching the edge of the rough here. Clean-ish, 10% mid-adjustment. And I'll tell you what, this is going to give you a very good chance to start the tournament off with the drop. Of course, left side getting it to green is the absolute, but if you're a rookie with an EM5, baby, we'll get us some booms. Good luck. We'll see you on hole number 2. Hole number 2, par 3, and I like to play this one with a rough bump. I brought the quarterback here, and I'm actually using a navigator ball. We played this one with 3.5 bars of backspin, 1 bar of right spin. Now, this shot, it definitely can be a little bit tricky. You can certainly bounce over with a wood club and just play from the first fairway down to the green, but I do like this rough bump quite a bit. I've had quite a bit of luck here, and with a decent wind and a couple of practice shots, you should put yourself in a very good position and a very good chance to get a drop here. So I'm just gonna, like I said, play 20% min here, give that a good little clean pull, and hopefully with a little bit of luck and a little bit of precision, gotta hit that perfect ball. A little bump and roll. As you can see, it's got that nice little seam running right between the green squares. Let's go, baby. We'll see you on number 3. Hole number 3, par 5, and I've got a Titan ball and a quarterback for this drive. You're going to see half my clear ring in the rough on the right, and I adjust the shot here at 10% max. 1 bar of top, 2 bars of left spin. You might need to take a couple bars of top spin off or a couple of points of a bar off here just because the higher wind. If you've got a 2-point something wind or 3-point something wind, 1 top should be just fine. Like I said, 10% max adjustment here. The idea is to get this ball down near the end of the fairway. Now, we should actually have brought this drive a little bit further, so play around with it and try to just get it down so that we can have a little bit more distance on our second shot. Now, about 5 more yards or so on the second shot, and we wouldn't have to adjust this shot in overpower, but it's a good technique to demonstrate. You see how I've got max top to right, and I'm going to stretch it out until I get the ball guide where I want it. Right there. That's about 2 rings more that I needed because my overpower line was right along the bottom of the red ring. I'm going to adjust the shot here at 10% max. I'm going to pull 1.5 rings. You see that? 1.5. So as I push back up, I know then I need to push it up 1.5, and I'm still missing that half a ring. So the way to gain that half a ring is to use about half a ring of overpower. Now, I estimated, but you're going to see this estimation works out very, very well. I think this is one of the best ways to get down here. There is a chance to get stuck in that rough, but you know what? Ultimately speaking here, I think this is one worth going for. Get in the hole, baby. We'll see you on number 4. Hole 4, par 3. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. I'd consider this first one the conservative path. I've got this Viper in just about minimum distance here. I play this adjustment at 15% minimum. I give it 1 bar of backspin, 0.5 bars of left spin, and just landing right between these 2 bunkers. So you can see how there's that little clear or light green row just to the right of the hole. I've actually got my ball guide right down the middle of that light green row. So just take a peek at that. Make sure you set up that landing position. And I'd say I actually gave this 1 click of right curl. I didn't mean to, but you can see it there, and I'm making back the pull. But at the end of the day, it just goes to show you can get the drop with the Viper, baby. We'll do this one more time. Hole number 4, once again, this one is the rough bump. So I've got a katana ball here and just a lower level 5 sniper, 3 left and like 2.1, 2.2 top. And I'm setting it up in this bush. Take careful look where the bounce is, where that ball guide goes. It is very close to that bunker. And that bunker can be in play. This one, it's not my favorite rough bump in the game, that's for sure. But when you get it kind of figured out, it really is a good chance to drop this hole. So 10% medium distance on the adjustment for this shot here. And you just need to work it out in the live tournament wins. But that's what I do in my stream. I'll be playing pro this time, but I got this video from my rookie friends. Let's go. We'll see you on number 5. Hole number 5, par 4. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to get this done. Tighten ball, extra mile, and we're going to go between the trees. I'm going to go 4.5 top and about a half a bar of left spin for this setup. This one here, it's a little bit scary. You can actually play on the left-hand side if you want and leave yourself a much longer second shot. It's not really my favorite way to do it, but this is, even I wanted to show you this because this great ball still makes it through the trees quite nicely. No big deal. Getting it down the fairway. And ultimately then it leaves us a decent look for that second shot with a short iron. So the short iron that I typically play, of course, is the Thorn. And I kind of size it up. I'm at max. We're just a little bit back. Here's min down here. So I'm probably more like at about 75%. And I'm playing into a decently strong headwind as well. So because of that, I actually opt to use a little bit of topspin here. I think you're going to find that the average wind in tournament play will most likely be a little bit of backspin for this shot. And you will have to play around with the elevation. However, I think, the average rookie coming in with their, fresh account, this is going to be the way that's probably going to work best for most players. I'm going to show you an exciting shot, the second example, though. So stick around for that. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you. This one here, we just come on the outside of the hole ever so slightly, but you know as well as I do that with a minor little adjustment there, we're going to get that one to drop. Hole number 5, and this is the shot I think that people want to see. I have an extra mile 7 here and a power 5 spin 2 ball. Max top, 2 bars of right spin, and you can see that no wind resistance gives us that little bit extra wind that's going to help us, but you can absolutely play this shot with a Zerk. You just might come just before the green. I adjust here, 10% max, and you're going to see how much overpower. It's going to end up being about 3/4 of a ball of right curl and nearly maximum overpower. And I did hit great here. Keep that in mind. But you know what? If it's a baby great, you should be okay. But there's definitely a danger of hitting those trees. Right down the middle of the fairway, rolling it onto the green. Let's go, baby. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to Erelic Gaming for more Golf Clash content. Hole number 6, this is a pretty technical hole, but it's absolutely doable. 20% max here, quarterback and a kingmaker. Important for the side spin 3 and 3 top on the drive. Half that blue ring here into the rough. That second bounce, check it out. I do have it just before the fairway, but with the wind push here with this direction, max curl could actually be a tiny bit more. We're actually going to land the first bounce on the fairway. Boom. Second bounce on the fairway. Boom. Just barely, but that's what we need to see. Don't go too far here. You can end up hitting and being behind that tree. So, Kingmaker, second reason is we want to have enough distance to reach here. As you can see, we're just at max distance there. I end up playing this shot with 2 back, 3 left, and we adjusted at 20% max. This is a bit of a difficult drop, but I'm telling you, this is absolutely makeable. And spoiler, I'm going to prove it to you right now. So, like I said, 20 max, so about 3.9 here. And this was a bit difficult for me through the bush. These days, I could make that adjustment, no problem. But I wasn't feeling it, so I zoomed out. That's a good strategy for you. If you're having trouble seeing what it is that you need to see, just give that old pinch to zoom, you know what I'm saying? And just like check it out. And it'll give you a chance to get that adjustment made. However, as long as you hit perfect here, you're going to give yourself a really decent chance, and I would love to see us all drop this one in the tournament because it feels good, baby. Get that Albie from long range. Let's go. We'll see you on the next hole. Hole number 7 is a par 4. I've got a Titan ball here. Now, I am using the EM7 in this example. You might have to bring a power 5 ball to replicate this or just bounce over with more topspin, and you use just like a long iron into the pin. But for this shot here, like you just saw, 1 top, 2 right, bouncing directly on that second fairway. I adjust there at 10% max. I'm not using any overpower. Just try to hit perfect, would you? Can you do that for me? Do it for you, okay? Hit perfect. That's in the notes, all right? Getting it down here, nice and close to the end of this fairway. If you can pull that off with like a big topper or something, same idea, 339, it'll give you a nice second shot with a short iron. That short iron I chose was the Thorn here, level 4, playing at a 10% max adjustment. Now, I'd actually recommend to check your club distance. I kind of knew what shot I was playing here, so I just did it. 2 bars of backspin, that's my standard Thorn adjustment. And you just have to really just line this up and knock it down, baby. Check out that wind angle. It's a little bit leaning to the right. You know, just keep an eye on those kind of little details, right? Boom. Perfect. You know what that's going to mean. This course has opportunities everywhere. I hope you get so many good scores. Let's go, baby. We'll see you on number 8. Hole number 8, I think most people would agree that the no-move target is the way to go here. I'm actually going to play 2 back and about 0.7 bars of left spin. Notice I'm not moving my landing position around at all. The only time we move that target here is when we make our adjustment. I adjust at 10% medium distance with this shot, and it's just a matter of tweaking it to the wind. I was going to say twerking it to the wind. And I mean, hey, if that's your thing, you go right ahead. But I'm going to try to get some booms, baby, for you and for me. Come on, let's go. Hole number 9. This is a great shot. If you have like a level 1 APOC in your bag, use it, okay? It's going to be a good time for you. 3 top, 3 left. And notice where that second bounce is. The red ring is touching here on the left. And then that second bounce is on the fairway, just beside that little brown pile of leaves. I adjust the shot 1-to-1 because, you know, with the quarterback and these low-level winds, that's pretty much good enough. Max left curl, but don't use any overpower, okay? Make sure don't use any overpower. I hit the little bump, the little roll, and you can see here that more than 3 top could also be quite detrimental to your cause. We really want to get this one down safely. Now, speaking of that, I really could have played a rough bump right there. There is a rough bump play. Use the topspin, get it down. But if you have a low-level sniper, you don't have a lot of topspin to work with, Horizon is another good choice here. However, this play on the bounce-over shot is absolutely acceptable for so many players. 2 top, 2 right, gives you a nice straight ball guide, gives you a good chance to get it down. This one just takes a little bit of practice. It's not easy, but I do think it's makeable. And it's the kind of shot where it's going to just depend on the level of clubs in your bag, the level of ball that you're willing to spend for the shot, and, you know, the amount of practice that we take to get it dialed in. Guys, if you're having a good time and still watching, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for all the Golf Clash content. I'll be playing pro this tournament, so find me live on the channel. I love you all. Good luck. We'll see you out there.